Hello all! This is HighPriest reacts to RWBY Volume 6, Episode 8, Dead End. God, I can actually watch this episode. I completely forgot to bring up the fact in my redirect that I've actually seen a clip, a thumbnail for a clip. Screenshot, no, that's it, yeah, screenshot someone took of the episode. Preview. And I had a brief description. I glanced at a description, but thankfully, all it's gone except Atlas comedy. I'm not sure. Clearly, though, the comedy episode is going to be weighed out with the shit going on between John and Oscar. And I'm not saying Ozpin, because I'm not confident Ozpin will be around. And I just man, John, don't be mean to, Oscar. Please, don't take your anger out on the wrong person. Please. I mean, it definitely looks like we're getting that confrontation from the opening. Anyways, let's just get to this episode, because
This is how the war begins.
Sorry, I'm not interested in getting previews for Genlock anymore than I am for RWBY. Because I plan on eventually getting to that series. But only after I get to at least RWBY, which is, holy shit, so far down the list of shit I need to react to. I'm not even going to be doing... I'm so glad I recorded my other shows that I can in advance when I can, because holy shit. Oh boy. I mentioned in my redirect how much trouble it was actually being able to record this, and how many days it's been since. That's been a few days since the episode went up and everything, and this is the first time I've been able to watch it.
Come on! You didn't even hear us out!
Our orders are clear. The Mistral Atlas border is closed. Please, have a good day.
But...
A good day!
Hey, if you don't want to believe that I'm friends with Ironwood...
General Ironwood!
Yeah, General Ironwood.
Oh god.
Fine.
Yeah, no, I see what people are talking about. These guys are doofuses.
Trying to get her home safely.
Approach! Very well. You may speak with our commanding officer. We will fetch her at once.
Oh god, these guys are doofuses. Wait. Please tell me her is
They were kind of...
Winter.
Super weird. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Well, I may know this commanding officer. That's good, isn't it? If she's your friend, then maybe she'd be more willing to help us. I wouldn't exactly... Acquaintances? Colleagues? Former? Enemies? That's the one. Yes, I come through here about once every 10 years to get my eyes checked up in Atlas. You bring outside cashews on one flight, and suddenly you're placed on the additional screening list for life.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Now, let's not give up hope yet. Maybe she's dead.
This is amazing. I love this bit.
Special Operative, Caroline Cordovan!
Caroline, what? Another tiny old lady. Yeah, we're going full anime here.
Witch.
She-devil.
I see you've chosen larger contraband to smuggle this time.
Oh, Cordo. You know, they say time changes people, but I see you've still got that stick right up. Hello, Miss Cordova. My name is Ruby Rose, and I was wondering if you would hear us out about...
I've already heard what your other little friends had to say. Miss Rose. What are you doing back here? I thought I told you to leave!
And I told you we wouldn't rest until you let us through!
Nice to see you again as well.
You civilians are clearly incapable of comprehending the importance of our mission here in Argus. So allow me to say this slowly with smaller words. This base, that relay tower, the very safety of Argus are all gifts from the glorious kingdom of Atlas. And it is my duty to uphold them as only I...
Oh boy, okay, we've got a bit of a...
Wit! Such tenacity!
Or maybe Atlas just wanted to get you as far from the kingdom as possible.
You're just like the rest of these Argus ingrates. This city wouldn't even be here if it weren't for our Elysian...
Wow, okay, I don't even know how to describe this woman, but I love her inclusion, she's hilarious.
Please, we know your kingdom had nothing to do with the fall of Beacon. We were there. No one's happy about the Atlas borders or embargo, but I know General Ironwood is just worried. It's why we need to talk.
The general is no coward. Atlas is strong.
Being worried and not being a coward, you...
So be it. Atlas will prevail.
Atlas will prevail!
Do you guys seriously have to do that? If Miss Schnee has truly come to her senses and wishes to return to her family, then of course the Atlas military will escort her home. But the kingdom will not be responsible for her friends of questionable character.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're done here.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks like a big dumb boot.
Way to show her, Nora.
God damn it, Sean! I was gonna say that!
I don't Weiss.
That's what that sums up dead end.
Leave your side
Why is it called dead end? Oh boy.
We'll find a way to Atlas.
Yeah, those people are ponces. Poofs.
So,
I agree with Mia.
where are we going now?
Oh, Mia, I mean Maria.
Man.
The plan? The plan just got shut on our face 3 times over. I'm going for a drink.
Yep, no.
Uncle
Ruby!
Joe, I really think we should try and come up with something
Wow.
together.
What's his problem? It's not your fault we can't go on.
If he's gonna be a jerk, then we'll just come up with something without him. I mean, we've got Ozpin with us. He usually knows what to do.
Oh, well, wait, I'm telling him that.
John!
John, don't take us out on your sister's house.
That's not true.
Really? 'Cause it's
Also,
sure
environmental damage!
I am...
If Salem can't be killed, then how are we supposed to win this?
God. 4 volumes ago? That would have had no effect.
Wow. Great plan, everyone.
Look, none of this is great, we know. But we're not the bad guys here.
Are we sure about that?
What?
He's in your head, isn't he? Did you already know about this?
He didn't know any of it.
How much longer can we even trust him?
John!
How do we even know it's...
Oh, good! Everyone at least agrees John's being a shithole! What exactly did Ruby say? By the way, I'm sorry. I don't entirely blame him, but much like before, I understand where this is coming from, but that doesn't mean he's still not being a
We
shithole.
even know it's really him. What if we've been talking to that liar this whole time?
John!
Okay, just scream his name. Ah, he seems to realize he was attacking a innocent bystander here. Well, I hope so. Anyways.
Is he gonna be okay?
No.
I don't know!
Wow!
I think it would be best if we had some time to ourselves.
Oh! Oh, wow! Oh, shit. Nora
Maybe
is
we could
pissed.
all use some space.
Everybody on Shimpar is taking this horribly. And which makes sense. They're the one who has lost someone most recently to this shit. So they're misplacing the blame even more.
Where are you?
Getting more and more angry at...
I came out here to avoid the yelling.
Sorry. The others went to get food for tonight.
Why not go with them?
I don't know. I don't know anything. What do I tell Jean and his team when we don't even have a plan? The Crow's out drinking, Osmond hasn't come back, and even if he did, I don't know if I could trust him.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
is Jin, but we only have one
She's
more
completely
customer.
unaffected by this, guys. Don't you know?
I feel like I'm letting everyone down.
Just because she didn't have a blatantly obvious
You don't
meltdown.
give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
What?
If I have to explain it to you, it'll just defeat the purpose. But if you're tired of not knowing anything, how about we discuss those eyes of yours?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I would be honored.
Fandom's very happy about
Sit
that.
down, for Pete's sake. Let's start with what you do know. Tell me.
Silver-eyed people are supposed to be legendary warriors. Or something. And at the Fall of Beacon, I turned a giant wyvern into stone.
Ah!
Oh,
Giant
boy.
Wyvern. That's what they're calling it.
If I already knew everything, I wouldn't be asking for help.
Yelling. It's not your fault. I had my father to teach me.
Huh.
And even he didn't have all the answers. But what he told me makes sense, given what I've seen.
Was he a huntsman too?
It wasn't really an official title back in his day. I only knew him as an old soldier and an excellent teacher.
So,
I never
yeah,
attended
that
one
does
of those
answer-
fancy
ooh, lots of
academies
world building.
yours, but I
Some people are
scored
really
higher on
happy.
the license exam than any other huntsman or huntress that day.
You must have been proud.
He would have scolded me for showing off. He'd never been able to find much information about our abilities. Just legends of warriors whose eyes shone like mirrors, reflecting the light of the world onto darkness. He found so little, in fact, that it made him cautious.
Also, this would be outright impossible in even Volume 4. Jesus Christ, we've come so far.
Unless something was actively seeking to destroy them.
Salem.
I tried to keep my powers a secret, but as you know, it wasn't enough. I owe my life to my training and my semblance. At the end of the day, those are still your most powerful tools.
Yeah,
What is your semblance?
something people...
Reflexes! A silly name I came up with. Hard to explain, but I can sense everything better than most and react to attacks almost before they happen. Combine that with my training and secret ability.
Oh, that's
to turn
actually
grit
really...
to stone.
That's a really useful ability. Obviously not as useful as complete invulnerability for 60 seconds.
And that's how you become the Grim Reaper.
So, how do I laser beam monsters with my eyeballs? you stop thinking like that. I want you to think of all the times you've triggered your powers.
Ah!
What humans have in common.
I'm sorry. I love the way she phrased that. That's so Ruby.
Is it emotional? Like unlocking a semblance?
That is exactly the way
It's
she'd
emotional,
say something
but
like
more
this.
focused than that. Think. What is it you wanted?
To protect the people she cared about.
I wanted to protect my friends. Precisely. It is the desire to preserve life which fuels the light inside you. And make no mistake, it is light. Preservation is an extension of creation, or at the very least, an enemy of destruction. The creatures of Grimm were made by the god of darkness, but your light comes from his brother. How do you know that? I always knew how to use the light, but never why it only worked on the Grimm. Then Jin showed us her vision. Were you paying attention?
2 + 2 = 4. That was exactly what happens when... So we now know exactly where they come from, at least.
His eyes. Okay, where do we start? Well, not here. The light will only work in the presence of Grimm, meaning the only practice you'll get will be a trial by fire. But what you can do is focus on creating a state of mind that you can tap into when you need it. Don't think about your light as a means of destroying evil, but as a way to protect the people of Remnant. But that
All this scenery, all this... I'm just loving the background of this scene more than the talking right now, just because how beautiful it is and how much we've come from Volume 1 and 2.
Perhaps there was something that you just weren't seeing?
Ruby!
Oh, hey, guys.
What's going on?
It's Oscar. He's missing.
I wonder whose fault that is. I don't blame John. I don't blame any of them for getting frustrated and misplacing the blame. Again, this is something that a lot of the people who go out of their way to defend the protags because they're the protags will do. Just because I don't blame them doesn't mean I don't think they're in the wrong. But everybody got to side with the protags over the evil mentors who are obviously evil because reasons. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't take seriously any argument that paints Osmond as the bad guy. As not even a bad guy. As not even as anything but the guy who's doing what the best thing he can do. And, of course, that he is actually doing a good job at it, or at least was, because people have been making arguments that he's been evil since he first showed up on screen. It's the same bullshit that happened with Dumbledore. Same bullshit that happened with literally the entirety of Naruto's mentor characters. The third Hokage, Kakashi, Jiraiya, you name one, the fandom portrays them as evil douchebags. Same thing happened the moment he appeared on screen as a mentor character. They knew he had to be evil. I don't know the logic. So it's kind of hard to take seriously the arguments, even when people do have valid points, which is rare. But even then, even if they did have valid points, you can't say John was in the right for taking it out on the innocent bystander of Oscar. I don't blame him. But can we please not get to people who are whining about about people getting angry at John? Though that will probably be less people doing that, considering the hate-dom for John, which is still going strong. Yeah, it's not like it's even a surprise. They put that in the opening, so it's not like it was a surprise it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen the moment that we saw the opening. On a side note, someone brought up a valid point. We oftentimes, when people think RWBY, they think shonen anime. Because this is an anime-esque show, even if you don't think it's an anime show. And when thinking about anime, there are genres. People think, oh, shonen. No, someone brought up a valid point. RWBY isn't a shonen. It's a magical girl anime. It's shoujo. Literally, she's got eyes that are powered by love. The big bad is unbeatable. Which might require somehow talking her around. Is one of the potential ends. You don't see that in shonen. And basically, point that basically the entire show, yeah, no, these are definitely, it does seem like a magical anime now that I actually look at it like that. I never really thought about it that way, but, can I just say how happy I am I actually got to watch this before it was too late? Because now I actually have a chance at interacting with the rest of the fandom before that fucking RWBY rewind crap goes up. And then we get another preview out, and then I can't talk to anybody without risking running face first into a spoiler. It's already bad enough that half the fandom is divided. It's even worse when you've got people like me that I have to go through a version of it just like the people who can't pay because they release fucking spoilers. I do call them spoilers because a lot of times they're apparently pretty important shit gets let loose in those previews. I don't like previews. I used to like them, but now I'm a reactor, so I actually have to wait. It's fucking annoying. But, this was a good episode. I really liked it. Especially liked it because the whole laser eyes sounds like a lot like how people worded their desire for how that would turn out. And that, once again, we get confirmation that it is just the Grimm. Not magic. Not the maidens. Grimm. We still had morons arguing even after volume fucking 5. Which I think displayed it pretty clearly that the only person who was affected was fucking the bitch with the Grimm arm. That it only affects Grimm. We also have a good idea where it comes from. That it seems like at least the God of Light isn't a complete jackass. Hypocrite, but jackass. But not complete jackass. Yeah, I'm not too fond of any being who arbitrarily decides life and death is a good thing, and then tries to enforce it. The only reason life and death... Lots of people like to paint life and death as a good thing, the balance of life and death as a good thing in fiction, when really, that's just Stockholm Syndrome. That's just Stockholm Syndrome. We have to deal with life and death now, so we pretend to accept it. But if people actually legitimately thought that dying when your time comes was so important, they'd be doing shit like bombing hospitals. Clearly, they don't really think that. It's just an excuse. Sorry, that's a rant. I don't like the concept like that. I love the show even if it goes with it. Just as long as it stays away shit from all my other hot button triggers was fiction, it should be fine. The other hot button triggers are shit like Destiny. I'm not going to go into that now, but yeah. Anyways, since this is early in the morning, I've still got to prepare for a stream, so a late stream. Ugh. Anyways, this is HighPriest signing out. I will see you all next time, folks.